So as we look at vet stakeholders, we've moved now through the organisations that drive the policies and legislation. We've started focusing now on registered training organisations. So for example, a VOC is a registered training organisation, or I guess another loose word would be a training college. So there's private colleges, or what they call private registered training organisations, and public ones, say like the TAFE system. And then we looked in the last clip about the different providers, so the industry skills councils and advisory groups that help give training resources and templates and professional development and understandings of legislative changes through to the RTOs. And of course the national and state funding and any state-driven requirements as well around that funding that RTOs would have to build into their policies and procedures that you as a trainer and assessor have to follow. And then we've moved from that now into this phase of the key stakeholders, and a very important provider for the RTO, the Registered Training Organisation, of course, is the trainers and assessors. So usually they would be subcontracted, and this is where you then would have the clients as well for the RTO. So the clients could either be the organisations that need to upskill their employees, so this would be the employers that would be driving the enrolments. They would say, listen, I've got some needs in my business. Can you send a trainer and assessor out to do a needs analysis? We need to know how many we need to upskill. Do they need the whole qualification? Do they need a skill set only? Can we have someone come and talk to us about recognition of prior learning, so we can actually just get the ticket, just get the actual qualification and nationally recognised recognition of what we've already taught them in skills and knowledge. So that might be part of your role as a trainer and assessor, depending on what you negotiate with your RTO. It tends then to be more the diploma level trainers and assessors who have the skill set, to start walking in and negotiating at that level with a client about their training needs analysis. And of course, it could be an individual who's come through and wants to upskill to get a promotion within their current workplace, or wants to seek another job, or they might be unemployed or just recently laid off and realise that to get back into the job market on their resume, and everything's electronic these days. If you're applying for a job, you can actually code in any nationally recognised qualifications and make that first cut, that first cull, to even have a human set of eyes look over your application. So we're now moving right into the coalface now, where we've got the trainers and we've got the learners. And you can see here, this is an example of some graduates now that have come through the course with the trainer and assessor and have been issued with their nationally recognised qualification. So it would actually, it's very difficult to see here, but it would have the AQF nationally recognised training logos, all available on there. So any future employer or current employer can actually recognise this type of certificate as nationally recognised qualifications.